Where is your daughter? What did you do to her? Let's get to the truth. You're a man. You're a full-grown man. I can admit, this comes incriminating to me because I am a bad dad.
This is Wesley Matthews, a terrible father who thinks he can get away with taking the life of his innocent daughter Sharon. But the deeper detectives dig, the more evidence they will find.
Why did you not want your wife to know where you were at 3:50? What are you trying to hide from your wife at 3:50 in the morning? Nothing, sir.
However, even now they are completely unaware of the kind of monster they are dealing with, because with each word that comes out of this man's mouth, they will realize that what happened to Sharon may never have been a simple accident.
You got a stain on your pants now that you have no clue where it came from.
You realize how this sounds, right?
Please find it in your hearts to forgive me. I wanted to know that I detest myself.
It was 8 a.m., October 7, 2017, and Wesley Matthews called Richardson, Texas police to report that his daughter Sharon had gone missing from the family's backyard. But when police arrived, they learned that Sharon hadn't been playing outside when she vanished. She was put there by her father at 3 in the morning, a full 5 hours before he notified authorities. As a massive search was underway, with search dogs, helicopters, and volunteers scouring the area, investigators zeroed in on Wesley's story. He admitted to having Sharon, who had verbal and feeding issues, stand outside near a tree as discipline, and claimed when he allegedly checked on her 15 minutes later, she was gone. What kind of father punishes someone in such a way? And is Wesley the one responsible for her disappearance? These are just some of the questions detectives had when he was taken in for questioning, where his casual demeanor only makes them more suspicious of what he knows and what he may have done.
So can you just start from the beginning? Because I know I spoke with your wife and she said you guys were having some problems with Sharon last night. She didn't want to eat.
Yeah, she's getting more and more stubborn with her eating. And it was getting on my nerves, not as much, but usually she drinks a full glass of milk.
Which one is she drinking right now? Because Sadie said she was drinking full vitamin D?
Full vitamin D.
Okay.
Yeah. We can give her the whole full calorie.
Yeah.
So she gets at least 1 ounce of weight from it, right? Okay. So she was supposed to finish her teddy bear jar full of milk, and she started, I think, maybe around 9 o'clock. By the time it was around 10 o'clock, she hadn't finished, or even not even half. So 1 hour. And
so between 9 and 10, she only drank half.
Not even half. It's probably, I think it's 8 or maybe 9 hours.
Okay.
I'm not exactly sure about it. They typically come in 8-ounce cups, the teddy bear kind of jar. So she was particularly slow yesterday because we've had previous experiences where the doctors have told us this child is not getting enough calories, and that is a growing concern for them. And so they have done a lot of things. They told us, the parents, you need to do more work. Basically, that's it. And so I decided, come on, this girl can drink her milk. So Sharon, are you up? Yes. Okay, let's go drink your milk. Okay. And so she gets up. She was awake. She hadn't slept. This was 10:30. And I tell Mama, I tried to tell her that we're going to feed her. I don't know if she listened to me. I closed the door behind me. So in the kitchen, she's still holding that the bear cup with a straw, and she's trying to drink, but she's just sitting. She's just standing right there. She's looking at me. I'm sitting across. She's looking at me. Sharon, come on. I don't have time for this. Come on, you gotta finish. Let's go to bed early. She won't listen. She will not listen. Then time flies. 11:30, and it's like, Sharon, you better drink your milk. No change in her fluid intake. The same, whatever milk is there, stays there. 12 o'clock. Sharon, I'm way past my bedtime. I need to go to bed. I have to work tomorrow. Get something to drink. Drink at least half of it, and let's get to bed. Nothing. No change at all. And it's past midnight, and I'm getting very upset. So around 12:30ish, I said, okay, we'll put you in the garage. Okay. And I'm going to stand inside the house with the door open. You'll be standing in the garage. And I'm thinking, okay, that'll hold her to. She's standing there, 12:30ish or midnight past.
And when she's in the garage, the door to the garage is closed.
It is closed.
But she's in the garage and
the house. The lights turned on. Yeah.
Is that something you've done before?
No.
Okay, so this is a new
Pattern.
a new thing of trying to get her to take the bottle. Okay.
Because we've told the girl that there are coyotes present outside, behind the railway lines.
Mm-hmm.
So my thing is, okay.
You said coyotes?
Coyotes.
Have you seen them back there?
Yeah, we saw them.
Yeah. When was the last time you saw one out there?
I want to say 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks. Not exactly sure, 3 to 4 weeks.
Okay.
It was pretty strange. First time we were seeing a coyote. We came back from our friend's house, and all we could see is his eyes shining bright.
Mm-hmm.
We thought there were some kind of dogs, but there was a pack of them over there.
Yeah.
Immediately, I Google up city of Richardson, says yes, there are coyotes around this area. So we the girls, hey, you know what? That's a dangerous place to go, and we're trying to build that fear factor in them. And I wait there for maybe 15 minutes. Like, Sharon, come on, hurry up, please. There, no sign of anything. I opened the garage. You see that? It's dark out there. You see that? So she looks. It's dark out there, Sharon. I'm going to go inside. You're going to stand here. You're going to finish your milk. She still has her milk. She's not moving at all. I'm standing by the door. I'm half asleep. I'm hoping. I don't know what to do. And then I'm being stubborn too. I don't know, Sharon. It's either you or me. You're going to finish that milk. You can't finish it. You've done it before. I don't know why you're being so stubborn with me. Okay, Sharon. This is your chance. Finish it. Let's go inside. Let's go get our sleep. I wait a good 10, 15 minutes over there. I don't know what time it is by then. And then no movement at all. Then I tell her, okay, you're going to stand by the green, the grassy area, the railway line is that's just outside our house. There's that white pole right there.
Gas line marker.
Correct, gas line marker. It's right there, so I take her by there. Tell her, this is your chance. You have your milk, drink it, Sharon. We can go home. And I go back, stand in the garage. So it's a good distance, nice distance between us. I'm still nervous, but I was watching her. The moon was pretty bright too, so there's nothing really to be afraid of, I thought. Anyway, I stood there maybe another 15 minutes. Then I said, okay, Sharon, you're going to go way to those places where there are a lot of coyotes there. Those trees have been growing for years. We kind of, got the girl scared that those scary area, ghost area, things like that. So I totally take her, put her close to those trees, take her bottle and say, you have to tell me, Dada, please give me my milk. I'm coming back. Because you had your milk in your hand, so now I said, I'm not going to give you a milk. You have to come and ask me for it. And I start walking backwards. She's seeing me walking backwards. And I'm past our fence. And I stop, so she can't see me, but I'm kind of leaning to the edge, trying to see what she's doing. She's still standing there. She has both her fingers touching each other. She's like looking all over. Sharon, drink your milk. Do you need your milk? Nothing at all.
As Wesley tells the story of how Sharon ended up outside, it's hard to say what's more disturbing, the description of her treatment or the total lack of concern for his daughter's current well-being. Because even though he claims that Sharon's missing, the only emotion he shows is annoyance about her having trouble finishing her milk, never mind the fact that she required extra care.
Sharon, I'm going inside. I'm going to go to sleep. I'm going to go to sleep. I'm going inside. Bye, Sharon. No sign. I tried to sit and listen to at least something that she would say, Dad, something like that. Nothing at all. And then I just got really furious. Like, okay, let her stand there for 15 minutes. And then, let's see what's going to happen. I have this ego mentality and completely clumsy if me. Anyways, I go inside. I'm in the garage now. I don't hear anything. I go inside the house. I wait there for 2 minutes. Should I do this? Should I do this? Then again, nothing else is there, running around. So the property seemed pretty vacant and no life there. So she should be fine. So I go and sit inside our breakfast area. I sit there, trying to see, what she would be thinking, how she's going to do this. And next thing I know, it's already 3:15.
And what time did you leave her by the tree?
I want to say because 10 minutes is what I gave her. So a little past 3 o'clock, I put her by the tree.
Okay.
So it's 3:15, 3:30 when you.
3:15. I was like, I had alarm bells ringing all over. That's way too late.
Okay.
I literally, because no sound from her, nothing from her. I ran out, trying to see what's going on. Like, Sharon, what do you do? Then she's not there.
I mean, what did you do at that point?
Immediately, my inclination was, okay, she probably turned around. She saw the trees or something shining by the trees. So she probably went take a look at the tree. So I go to Sharon, where are you hiding? It's not a safe place to be. Nothing. Sharon, where are you hiding? I'm by the trees now. No sound, nothing at all. It's outside was pretty clear, but inside the trees it was very dark. There's nothing.
How much light was there last night with the moon? I mean, could you see? How far could you see?
I could see the distance from our house to the trees, definitely. We could see the railway line also, to a certain extent.
Okay. But it wasn't one of those nights where there's no moon and it's pitch black.
No,
there was plenty of ambient light where you.
Right. Yeah, I could see her standing. When I dropped her, I could see her. I was walking backwards. I could see her. She was standing right there.
So as you can't find her now what's going on in your head?
I'm thinking, okay, she's probably tripped and fallen somewhere into there. So let me go grab my cell phone. My cell phone was inside the house. I don't have flashlight. So I'm going inside. I go inside, get my cell phone, and turn the lights on. It's not too bright, but try to point it, try to get it as close to whatever place I can be. I can't see anything, and the trees are all. It's very crowded, and I was getting afraid going very close to the trees, not knowing what's in those trees. Then I just stood around, tried to walk around the tree, no sign of her at all. Then I tried to think, okay, maybe she went back inside. I was sitting there, she probably went back, she's probably hiding somewhere by the fence or by the car. So let me just take a look, little kids. So I come back, I take a look behind the car, take a look in the garage, no sign of her, go inside the house, go check our kitchen and all those areas. There's no sign of her at all. My wife is coming out. She's like, what the heck are you doing? And she's sleeping. Where's Sharon? So we all sleep in the same room. Sharon sleeps in her crib. Wife and I and our older daughter, we sleep in the master bed. She, what the heck's going on? Like, I can't find Sharon. Like, what do you mean you can't find Sharon? Where is she? She was like that. I said, no, I wanted to give her a look, but I wanted to discipline her, so I made her stand outside. But apparently, I don't know what's going on with her. Maybe she's inside the house. So go look at her there. I said, okay, let's go look. And she's like, no, Shayna is sleeping in the room. She can't leave Shayna at home. So she's like, I'm going to stay here. You go look for her. And so I started looking all around the house. Again, like, I want to go back to those trees, but it's still not too bright enough. Still the moon is outside. So I go again. I don't see anything. Well, I just go only to the third tree because the little girl, the fact that she walks to the third tree is a far too much of a stretch. So go to the third tree again. No idea what's going on. No idea where she is. And then all these thoughts keep running into my mind that something bad has happened to her. I don't know what it is, but if I can't find her, then there's something wrong. Then I'm thinking, okay, let the first rays of sunlight come. Okay, the light, I don't know what time it comes, but I'm just going to sit it out. When the sunlight comes out, I'm going to take a look. That'll give it plenty of brightness. And so around 6:45-ish, 7-ish, the sun is up. And go check those trees, check inside the trees, try throwing some stones into the trees to see if there's any sound coming at all. There's nothing at all coming from any of those trees. And then I don't know, maybe it took me an hour to search the almost to the half of the trees inside out and all. Then I come back and I tell my wife, I think we are missing Sharon. And then we're like, okay, call the police. Let's get them involved.
Wesley describes an hours-long search for Sharon, which was only limited by his intense fear of scary trees at night. and after going so far as to throw stones at the ground, he finally gave up and called police. But as awful as this so-called parenting is, far worse was already going on, because x-rays of Sharon taken over time showed multiple injuries in different stages of healing, meaning they occurred at different times rather than a single incident. But despite these red flags, a Protective Services investigation was closed in April 2017 due to conflicting medical opinions, and no protective action was taken. So with all this information slowly dripping in, detectives want to know, why was it okay for Sharon to be out in the dark, but not Wesley? And what did he really do to her?
At what point did you think that it was a reasonable amount of time that she was out there, and maybe you should call us? I mean, you basically said that you wanted to go back and look some more, right?
Correct.
But it was still dark.
It was dark.
So you couldn't.
Correct.
But your 3-year-old child was out there.
She was out there.
So it was okay for her to be out there.
No, not at all. Not at all.
But you didn't want to go out there because it was too dark to look.
No.
I guess what I'm trying to ask, and I'm just trying to understand from your point of view. That's all I'm trying to do.
Officers kept asking me the same question. 3 o'clock to 8 o'clock, what the heck were you doing? Where did you call the police?
I guess that's what I'm asking is at what point did you decide, man, she's really gone. I should probably, was it really 8 o'clock when you called? Is that the first time you really thought that?
Around 8, no. We were, as soon as daylight was out, and I made sure that, I did all the diligence I have to check, because I don't want to wake up neighbors. I don't want to wake up, all the forces. And I deep in my heart, I'm thinking she's somewhere there. Maybe she's sitting, she's hiding somewhere there. If I just go and, catch her by surprise, maybe she'll come out. I'm waiting for that. But by 7ish, after the sun was way out and looking all over for her, then I knew, no, there's something more than just going from there.
So based on your statements, you think that between 3 and 7, that 4-hour time period, you think that she was okay out there?
No. Something. So, I endangered her life.
I guess let me rephrase. I guess what I'm asking. You wanted to find her. You wanted to be the person that found her.
Absolutely. And I didn't want my wife to get involved in there, because she's going to be much more upset than I. Because I made this mess. Let me clean it up.
There's a stain on your pants. What's that from?
I have no idea. So.
How long have you been wearing those pants?
All right.
And you have no idea where that stain came from?
I'm seeing it now.
You want to start talking to me about something other than leaving your kid in a coyote-infested train trestle?
Sorry.
Because I'm a parent. I got 5 kids. I've been there with the frustration. Okay, my kids are teenagers now, so you can imagine the level of frustration I have with discipline sometimes. And it's something other than just a freaking bottle. Okay? So, I would never leave my kids in a place where I just told them a week ago that was coyote infested, and you yourself were too afraid at one point to go out to the trees.
I am.
Okay. Where did that stain come from? What is it?
Sir, send it for examination, sir. I have no idea what the stain is.
But those are the pants you've been wearing all night long.
Yes.
Where is your daughter? What did you do to her? Let's get to the truth.
I wish I could answer that.
Because at this point, I want to believe your story again. Okay?
I endangered her life.
Okay.
I endangered her life.
All right.
I agree to that. No, Dad, nobody should ever do it. I don't know why I did it. I did it. I admit that part of it. But my child she's not that type of.
I'm not saying that you intentionally hurt her. Okay? Maybe something accidentally happened, and you flipped your lid, and you didn't know what to do. Okay? You panicked. All right? I get that. I've been frustrated with my own kids. All right? So, if there was something that was an accident, I'm not saying that
she was being very adamant about not wanting to finish her movie. And that's her only 8 ounce for the day. And not even having at least 8 ounce. And, her weight not going up but staying down, like declining. If a doctor sees that, they're going to be really concerned.
Right. And it's going to reflect upon you and your wife as parents.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Okay. So there's this added pressure of, man, I've got to do right by her. I got to make sure that she takes her food, that she thrives. Okay. That she's not doing it, and it's 2-3 o'clock in the morning. I'm tired. I've been up all day. I got to go to work tomorrow.
Right? Shouldn't have anything happen to her. She's supposed to be standing. That's how she did it before, like 10-15 minutes before. She was standing right there by that the white thingy, and now she's standing by the tree. I'm trying to get her to be scared just a little bit. So she said, I don't want this. I just want to come. I just want to drink my milk, or some kind of that kind of a response. But I didn't see that in her at all. I didn't hear that in her at all. And
what did you do though? Something had to have happened. I think something happened, and I don't think that you did it on purpose. I think maybe it was just, you don't know your own strength, you're tired, you're frustrated, and something went really sideways. Because you've got a stain on your pants now that you have no clue where it came from.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it's not the dye from the wash because the other leg doesn't have it.
Right.
It's something weird. You don't know where it came from. And we're trying to figure out what happened to your little girl, to Sharon.
Sir, I'm also trying to figure that out, sir.
What happened?
A little girl was standing there. I don't know what happened to her.
Despite Wesley's insistence, detectives aren't buying that Sharon just disappeared into the night, because everything he said so far spells out a story they've seen many times. A parent so overwhelmed with their child's care that they finally snap. But despite his lies being painfully obvious to everyone, Wesley marches full speed ahead into ever more self-incriminating statements.
You realize how this sounds, right?
This sounds... I can admit, this sounds incriminating to me because I am a bad dad. I did not do it correctly. And I'm not going to be proud about it. I shouldn't have made her stand there. I just called it quits after the first time. Just let her come home. I should have, but I just kept being more and more. I just wanted to beat her stubbornness.
Right.
She's a little kid. How can she be stubborn too? But I wouldn't go to the extent of knowingly harming her.
And that's what I'm saying. Okay. I don't think that's what I was saying. I don't think that you did this intentionally. I get the impression there is actually no hate in your heart, no malice in your heart towards Sharon. Okay, that you're a dad, you're trying to do the right thing. And it just in the moment while you're trying to do the right thing because you love your daughter, something went really bad. Okay, that's where we're coming from right now. Because we're having trouble wrapping our mind around leaving your kid out by a tree where you just told her last week to come get her. Okay? And our job as detectives is we're kind of like newspaper reporters. All right? We talk to everybody and we write up the story. We're not the ones that make decisions. We're not here to judge you. We're not here to look down on you. But we're having difficulty understanding and comprehending and believing what you're telling us. And what we're trying to explain to you is that we don't think you're a bad dad. We're not going to pass judgment on you. I'm not going to look down my nose on you. We just want to find Sharon, and if she's still able to be saved, get her medical attention. If it's beyond that point, we want you to be able to have her have Christian burial. All right, to do the right thing in the end. Yes, all right. Every parent gets frustrated. All right, especially when you're up in the middle of the night and you've been up all day. It was Friday, the end of a long work week. All right, and just you're human. You're human. And humans make mistakes. We're imperfect. We all have flaws. We all fail. We all fall short. And so that's what I'm saying. I don't think that you did this intentionally. I don't think that there was any hate in your heart towards your little girl.
If you're saying that,
because you went to India and you saw her, and even though she wasn't the perfect little child that you thought you were going to adopt, man, you still loved her. I don't think that there's any malice in your heart.
There's nothing at all.
And so I think that just let me know what happened. And if it's something, an accident,
that is why, sir, I'm trying to be fully cooperative here, right? I mean, there's no reason I gotta say something else here. I say what happened, how I saw it, and I'm trying to get to see if it's okay. And I'm hoping and praying that she's okay. I believe that she's okay. I believe that one of our neighbors or somebody will say, "Hey, she's here," something like that.
You don't know where this thing came from?
I have no clue, sir.
Did you even know it was there?
After he pointed it out, my heart is telling me she's in the first tree, or at the max somewhere in the second tree, but not past that.
Okay. So between 7:30, 7:40, you're looking for her, and then at 8 something is when you call.
Correct. 8, I don't know.
Do you do anything on your phone between that time, like, text somebody and look something up on the internet? Maybe you're sitting at the kitchen room table because she's outside waiting, and maybe you're just browsing something just for something to do.
No, sir.
Nothing like that. And you called at around 8:10, somewhere around there's when you called.
Probably.
Okay. Do you mind if we go through your phone?
Yes, sir.
And kind of just walk through those steps right there?
So like before you go to bed, do you make any phone calls, text, get on Facebook, look at the internet or anything like that? I mean, like before I go to bed, I'll crawl into bed. I'm in the bed. I'll look at Facebook a little bit, look at the weather forecast for the next morning. Do you do anything like that?
I'm not too much Facebook fan.
Okay. Well, maybe Instagram. I don't know.
Sir, I don't have any other.
So you're okay if I scroll through?
Yes.
How come it says that you stopped sharing your location with her at 3:50 a.m.? How come you disabled the ability for her to track you?
I mean, I've been playing with that for a while, and there's no really use for it.
But at 3 o'clock in the morning when you're looking for your kid.
I didn't think there was.
This is when you're looking for your kid. You turn off the phone locating service.
Well, I mean,
it's kind of important, right?
it is important. Now that you tell me it is, but back at that time, I was just trying to clean up, trying to just pass some time.
Trying to clean up what?
Unused apps that I have, space, free up some space.
While your kids walk around in the dark somewhere.
She wasn't walking around dark, sir.
Well, she's standing in the dark at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Standing in the moonlight.
Your phone.
Sir, I admit, her life.
Right.
I admit that, sir. I did not exercise caution. Then, as child of God, that's unacceptable. I admit that.
What other apps did you turn off or delete?
It should be there in my app histories. I don't know. There was a game, I think. A kid's game.
So you were playing games when your child's missing?
No. I'm trying to clean up my app, sir. Maybe my phone.
What child's game was it?
I'm not really sure because both the kids get on the phone. They want to play whatever they can get online.
They don't have their own device.
They have an iPad, but it's restricted.
Okay.
So they cannot install, they cannot do anything. But they can get on these phones, and it's unlimited.
So you removed the app that your kids play with at 3 o'clock in the morning, and you turned off your phone's locating service at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Is that a locating service? I don't know what that is.
It's your wife's ability to track where you're at.
Oh.
Yeah. I just don't see why it would be important for you to turn that off.
At 3:50 in the morning when you're looking for your kid.
3:15, right, sir?
3:50, correct.
350?
Right.
Yes, sir.
And at 3:15, 3:15 is when you discover that she's missing.
Right.
And so then the next thing you do is turn off the phone's GPS locating service.
Why did you not want your wife to know where you were at 3:50?
When she's supposed to be sleeping.
She was sleeping, yeah.
What are you trying to hide from your wife at 3:50 in the morning?
Nothing, sir.
Were you doing something that you don't want her to know about? I mean, is that what this is all about?
No, sir.
Detectives have several good questions for Wesley, like why he turned the location services off on his phone at the very time that his daughter went missing. And while his answers are seriously lacking, detectives have little leverage to push him to confess what they most suspect, that wherever Sharon is, she isn't coming back, and her own father is the one responsible. So with their suspicions growing, detectives demand answers that Wesley is determined not to give.
Can you give me any type of explanation why that's there? I mean, can you give me something?
No, I had my flashlights on the whole time.
In order to turn that off, you have to go into the settings feature. That's not something that you just hit a button and it's off. So, there's got to be a reason why you did it. There's a reason why you don't want your wife to know where you are at 3:50 in the morning.
I have no idea. I'm walking around with my flashlights on. I'm trying to find out where my child is. And I have no idea how in the world it turns off.
You're an IT guy.
Yes, sir.
You bound to know how that stuff works better than me and him.
Not really. I mean, you guys are the experts here.
We're not phone experts. We're not computer guys.
Neither am I, sir.
You work in IT.
Right, but
You
we
work
don't
remotely from a laptop computer to fix servers for a bank. So you're a little more technologically advanced than he and I put together.
Correct.
Okay.
In
And at 3:50 this morning, you turned off the phone's GPS locating service, and while you're looking for your daughter, who you last saw 25 minutes prior.
So, I mean, if I had to hide that, why would I give my phone out there?
That's why you had to turn it off at 3:50 after you supposedly last saw her alive.
But why would I give my phone to this officer for him to check all that?
Because you probably didn't think we were smart enough to look at that.
I mean,
Did you do any web browsing? You said you were cleaning apps and doing this. Did you check anything on the internet?
What I don't know.
No. Do you use the internet on your phone?
Yes.
You do? You use it?
Yes.
Because if I look at any one of my phones, I can look at my work phone or my personal phone. If I go to my web history, I've got multiple pages open where I've looked at stuff. Multiple pages open. But when I go to yours, it's blank. You've wiped it out. You've cleared out all your search history. Why?
I mean,
why? Why would you clear your work history?
I mean, that's one of the reasons why you would want to clear space on your phone. You shouldn't be having so many web browsers on the phone.
But you're clearing your web history at 3:50 in the morning.
No, sir. It's between 3 and 3:15.
Is when you cleared your web history.
It's not the web history. I'm clearing out apps and clearing out unwanted stuff.
While your daughter's standing out in the dark.
With my ears out, sir.
Do you get on Facebook or whatever social media you got on there? What do you got? Snapchat? What do you use?
What social media sites do you use?
There's Facebook in there, but I barely ever get on it.
So when you called the police department from that phone,
Yes, sir.
did you turn your your locating service back on?
I think it's always on.
Well, it got turned off at 3:50.
Officer, is that what?
Did you call 911? Is that the digits
No, I
you
called
pushed, or did you push the non-emergency line, not 48?
Correct. Not emergency line, sir.
Okay. So that's why it didn't route your phone to Dallas or Oklahoma.
I wanted Richardson Police to be out there. Yes. Having heard of
Because if
something.
you called 911 from that device with your locating service off, it wouldn't have known where to send your call.
Is that right, officer? I think 911 requires location to be turned on.
It would have put you to Dallas and you would have gotten transferred possibly. So when you called us, you were able to call us directly.
Okay.
So the call history, when he looks through your call history here in a second, it's going to show that the number that you dialed
Yeah, please.
was
I think he's already
972
looked at it.
and push 911.
You know, having heard all the 911 complaints people are having, people can't even get through 911. Better call.
That wasn't us.
Sorry, you never know. You never know. At an emergency, you don't want to.
You dialed the 10-digit number for our police department.
Absolutely.
Okay. And so right now your phone's locating service is still turned off because you haven't gone in and turned it back on since 4 o'clock this morning.
So is that true?
It's your phone. You tell me.
No, it is turned on.
So you turn it off at 3:50 and then you turn it back on.
I don't know what that's going on. I don't know what the locator turned off at 3:50.
Because you turned it off, you're clearing out your apps.
That is before. That's probably between 3 and 3:15 sometime.
So there's no GPS history in that thing, is there?
There should be.
There should be.
I don't know. Does phones have GPS history?
Sure.
Your location services are on right now.
It has been on, right?
Well, you turned it off at 3:50 in the morning. I mean, I don't know what time you turned it back on. I mean, that's what it shows. a.m. today, you stopped sharing location with Sini, your wife.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what it says.
Yeah, that's what it says. Can you explain that for me?
I have no.
Here's the thing, okay? You turned your location settings off at 3:50.
It is not location settings. It is.
It is her ability to track where you are. I can pull my phone up and I can see where my wife is or where my kids are because they have iPhones.
Okay.
You turned that feature off because you didn't want her to know where you were at 3:50.
I did not turn it off.
It didn't turn itself off
Your phone
automatically.
doesn't lie.
Well,
Your phone shows it.
Well, I'm busy looking for my girl. The flashlight is on the whole time.
Okay. How do you, when you turn on the flashlight, do you just do this? You just hit that button and you go up?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything here that talks about location settings that you might have accidentally pressed?
Usually, it comes down. I mean,
right, but I'm saying right here where if I want to turn on your flashlight, I hit flashlight. Your flashlight's on now, right? So in the course of turning on your flashlight, is there anything on this screen that would tell me location services? Right, because that's Bluetooth, that's airplane mode, that's mute, that's Wi-Fi. Is there any of these buttons that say I'm going to turn off location settings?
Nothing that says that.
Right.
But,
So it's impossible for you to turn off that.
but airplane mode turns off everything.
Okay. So did you?
But airplane mode doesn't turn off the locating service.
Everything, sir.
It will. Airplane mode will shut everything down.
Yeah.
But your flashlight's down here,
Right.
and your airplane mode's way up here.
Right.
So it's impossible to accidentally mistake.
Yeah, I wouldn't have. No. But airplane mode does shut it down.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Must be an accident then. I find it out right now, like you told me.
You're just not sure.
I don't think I did it. I haven't purposely done it.
Okay.
Wesley stuck by his story and the search for Sharon continued into the next week. But his admission of leaving her in the coyote-infested backyard was enough for detectives to place him under arrest, and on October 11th he was charged with causing injury. He was released on bond, after which Protective Services immediately removed his other daughter from the home. Then on October 22nd, the horrific discovery that everyone feared most: Sharon was found behind the home, and evidence suggested she'd been placed there. So now, with a definite crime to link him to, Wesley returns to the police station to retell his story. But this time there are some striking differences. And even though he begins with a disturbing admission of neglect about the couple's dinner plans that night, there will be far more shocking revelations to come.
Dinner is home, or?
I don't know.
So you made dinner?
No, it was at a restaurant.
Okay.
So
Where did y'all go?
we went to on the border.
Okay.
On the border.
And who went to dinner?
So, Sydney, I mean, we all wanted to go, but I kind of forced the decision that Sharon stay home. her milk, let her stay home. And they both were unhappy, but I said, she needs to learn this. We've never done it before, but she needs to learn. Some rules need to be set. So we leave home by around 7:30, and we are back by 8:30, 8:45.
So who stays home with Sharon?
Nobody. She was by herself.
Where did you put her?
By the refrigerator itself.
Just standing there? Or in
Yeah, with the bottle. With the bottle. If you put her on a high chair, sometimes she might jump out the high chair and something might happen. So if she's standing on the floor, it's more safe for us. I thought that was more safe. So that's why, I kind of forced Finny to go, because Shayna wanted to go out anyways. So that's how we made the decision, to go.
And have you ever left her by herself?
Never, sir.
Okay.
No, that was the first time. That's why I wanted to set those rules so that she would know, okay, next time we say we're going out, she can finish at least something and then comply and come.
When Shayna was 2, did you ever leave her at home by herself?
We never had that kind of issue with Shayna. We never had an issue where she has to, because it would take a little more time, but she would finish her food. It's now around 11:30, 12ish, and I'm like, there's got to be something else we can do because I was getting really, really tired. By 12:30ish, I tell Sharon, I'm going to leave you in the garage. I'm going to come stand inside. If you don't finish your milk, you're going to stand in the garage until you finish your milk.
That garage door closed or it's open?
It's closed. Yeah. At no point was it open. It was closed the whole time. Anyways, so she's standing in the garage. We're looking past 12:30, almost to 1 o'clock. And I'm inside on my computer again, and then I decided maybe I should clean up the utility room. I forgot, and that was the last week, the utility room where the washing machine and dryer. So I was cleaning up the utility room, and she's still standing over there. The next thing I know, time is almost 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock. And I'm looking at her, and there's, it's dropped out past half, but it's still maybe 4 ounces or maybe 3.5 is there.
You ever done this before with her? Or staying up till 2 in the morning?
First time. And that's why I was so back a bit, because I was a child trying to see what's going on, and Anyways, then I go sit with her in the garage. I'm telling her, Sharon, finish your milk. I'm looking at her. Finish your milk. So she has it in her mouth, but she won't take it out. She won't take it out. And I'm like, slowly, putting my cheese, I had my cheese, and I'm like, trying to, sleep is coming, but Sharon is also slowly trying to sleep. And I'm like, Sharon, no, wake up, you got to finish some of your milk, and I'll throw the rest away, and then my mom finished the whole thing. But she still wouldn't finish the milk. And then I go inside, and it's almost 2:45, it's getting very fast. It was a long day for us. And I'm like, Sharon, you better finish your milk right now. And she's kind of very playful at that time. She's like, laughing and giggling at me, thinking I'm making a joke. And I say, Sharon, finish your milk. Sharon, finish your milk. Then she starts, sucking on it slowly. Like, Sharon, harder. I need you to take one big gulp. Like I don't know if she's trying to, but she's like, Sharon, finish your milk right now. Then she takes like a sudden blur. And then the next thing I know, she's like, I'm like, okay, Sharon, I take the bottle with me. She's coughing up. She's coughing. And I don't know what's going on at that time. And then trying to pat her head and her back. Her coughing just doesn't stop at all. So I'm thinking this is maybe the viral thing that was going on about, because the whole day we didn't hear the cough much at all. My world crashed down. I don't know what to do. I'm panicking. I just want to go wake up Finny and Shayna right away to tell them, Finny, the nurse, but I get that feeling where it's too late. And then my mind is telling me, okay, maybe there's some other way we can deal with this. There's maybe another way we can deal with this. Meanwhile, I'm trying to pat her, but by the time she's getting more and more.
Wesley chillingly describes what happened as some tragic mishap, but it's clear her death could have been prevented at any time. because instead of waking his wife and calling for help, he simply let it happen. And then he did what every person who knows they just committed a horrible crime does. He tried to cover it up.
Just trying to figure out what should I do. By the time it's already 3:45, 3:30, 3:45, it was already time. And then I come up with my own theory where, or maybe I should just, tell everybody that I put her outside. She got lost and she's missing. So I come up with that theory in my mind. It's on me trying to get the situation out of my mind. Anyway, then I kind of feel it's time for me to put her somewhere. Then I got out of Bowser, got her to Spring Valley, and then street, Road. I wanted to go by Spring Valley again to see the left behind or something. So normal road. I think so, but the road is Spring Valley, the other way is McDonald's. Correct. The way to there. So I take a right on Spring Valley. So now Spring Valley goes right over the railway track, right over where the Sharon is. And then I would slowly get by there and see if there's anything behind somebody from here and nothing at all. On Bowser, and then I came straight back. And I came back home and still a bit that I didn't see, I don't know what to do. And partially asleep, trying to come up with a story. You're sitting in the garage because I don't want to go inside, in the car or the garage? In the garage. Okay. You're sitting in the garage. Okay. Yeah. But I keep my parked, and then I'm sitting in the garage trying to see how, how it can create this portion that I've done. And what would I tell City this person? I go inside at past 5:30 or 5:45. I don't know exactly the time that scene comes up. And he tells me, what is going on? And then I told her, hey, put down the Sharon outside, and she's not there anymore. What time is it? And I come to the time, I think it was 3:15, 3:30. I told her on the time there. I was so short for it. I did search, but it's still dark. So just give me some more time. I'm pretty sure she's somewhere over there. But if somebody comes, please search for her. By around 6:30ish, or maybe close to 7, Sheena is so Sheena is all cranky. She's upset with Sharon. She's having with Sharon. She usually gets up, she looks for Sharon and her grip. And when it tells her, puts her tightly, then I run out. When somebody is there, I'm trying to show that I'm looking for my that I'm literally standing by the garage and wondering what to do. It's there for 45 minutes or so, and then I come and say, what I did, I'll call the police and say, call the police missing. So I think that's around the time that I called 8 o'clock.
After Wesley's second interrogation, his charges of injury to a child were immediately dropped and upgraded to capital murder and tampering with evidence. And while time and the elements made Sharon's precise cause of death impossible to establish, an autopsy ruled out his story of a simple accident. Wesley Matthews pleaded guilty to injury to a child by omission, a lesser charge which would save him from the death penalty. He was sentenced to life in prison. Thank you for watching today's video. Whether you're new here or have been with us for a while, check out one of the craziest cases I've ever covered right here, or one of my newest uploads right here.